I have quite a bit to say if certain words get brought up.
Oh, phone saying hi.
Howdy.
Hey!
We made it.
Hey, it's been a bit.
Hey, how's my
Today's a
fellow
big
candidates
day, huh?
doing?
Welcome to
Yes,
Haven,
very
everybody.
much. It's
Once
very much a good
again.
day.
Hey,
How's it
so
going?
Welcome back, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm digging that. Yo, you got a new outfit? That's an off-shoulder dress, ain't it?
Yes, I do.
Or is this the same thing that I saw you in last time?
Yeah, it's the same thing I was in last time.
Aw,
Mom.
look at my little boy. Who's looking dapper? You're looking
We can go ahead and
dapper.
take our stance at our podiums.
And I see
Alright.
that the villagers gave you your own special crown. Well, technically speaking, you know, you're a prince in my eyes. Aw. Why don't you go take a seat with your cousin?
Okay.
We're about to start, you know. And no taking the cake, and no taking the cake.
Are we missing
Wait.
anybody? Hold on a second.
And thinner crowd than last time.
It's a
Yeah.
little thinner, but I mean, we did have to start a little later, but other than that, I think it's fine. I think it's all good.
Why?
Mhm.
Everybody else is at the back. I'm kind of actually. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought somebody was on the roof again. Just
Alright,
making
well.
sure.
Oh, no, I don't see that.
I love how
movement
everyone's
today.
on one side, almost, and there's just like the two stragglers on this one.
You know
Everybody
what?
else is
I'll move over here to make it even. There you go.
Alright, there we go. We love evenness.
Alright.
No,
So we're gonna go right
not too close to the cake.
Noi, come sit with me. I'm gonna watch you so you don't eat the cake.
Why not?
even if it's not as big of enough of a crowd as it is last time, nevertheless, welcome.
Here, you can
Alright,
have
so
a
go ahead.
cookie, okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Shall I
that
do?
probably came up for some
Oh,
people.
Sorry.
Alright.
There you
Let's
go.
see if-
That will help you down.
See if this microphone is working again.
Let's hope.
Hello?
Oh.
Is this thing working?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm just making sure it's working. Alrighty then. So, welcome back everybody to Haven. I'm sure the people who have gotten their letters, which by all means should be everybody, has gotten their letter, obviously. I know it's on short notice. It's been 2 days since our 2 or 3 days since our last little get together here. But today is finally the day where we settle this once and for all. Today we're going to find out who is going to take the seat in the Beantopia capital and become what's known as New World President. And afterwards, we're going to have a celebration of the New World Presidency and the newest candidate and family to the New World. I know that's a lot to pack in. I'm kind of coming up with this on the fly, but we're going to be having a debate, which I'm sure all of these
Fun.
candidates are very much ready for. Anything goes in a debate. Don't be surprised if some candidates start to disagree with each other. This is just normal. This is how debates are. I'm sure everybody remembers how they were in the old world, so don't be surprised if something negative or something pushy comes up. That's just the whole point of these, but in the end, we all have the same ambitions, the same goals,
Skye,
and the same
love you.
outline. So, without further ado, as election overseer and also representative of the Ordo Party, going to come up here and she's going to take any questions that the audience has in mind. It is up to you to see how this debate goes. So if anybody has a concern or a question, you're free to ask it and Allie will relay it to us. And if someone has anything to say about someone else's statement, then they can very much pitch in. But remember, debates are a little pushy, so don't mind it. Anyways, I'll pass the mantle on to my lovely sister over there.
Thank you. Hello. This is nerve-wracking. So, as my brother said, if you have any questions, I will be happily to direct it to the candidates. So, anyone want to start?
I've got one.
Yes, phone. What is your question?
Well, I've always been curious, but what are your stances on taxation?
Oh, uh, um, um, Yuki? Would you like to
Alright.
answer?
Well, when it regards to taxation, I have to be absolutely serious. And I'm looking straight at you, Phone, because I know that you and I both probably have the same stance. When I become president, there will be no taxes. Absolutely no taxes. I don't see the point in it. Honestly, the fact that I will aim for the economy to improve, meaning that taxations will most likely not be a thing. I assure you, you won't have to worry about any form of taxes.
Alrighty. Sky. Your turn.
I have to agree with Yuki. I don't see a need for a tax system as of current.
Okay. Chris.
I mean, taxes don't really stand well with my view of how everything should work, so yeah, no taxes.
Justice.
What can I say? Taxes are, well, let's just say, in my opinion, loitering money. I don't feel the need to charge someone extra just to buy something fair and square. I don't think anybody should be taxed for having the right to live, much like Chris's ambitions of the old world government. There's a huge problem when it comes to it, because not everybody can pay up on that deed. So as for taxation on trade or anything like that, I would have to agree with everybody else here. No to taxes.
Alrighty. So those are your answers, phone, and for the audience. Is there anyone
you.
else who has questions? Anyone?
Come on, guys, any question?
Yeah, come
It
on.
could be anything. A concern,
Anything you
question.
would want.
Any concerns? Any
Anything at all.
update? Or any decisions that you think these candidates would do when they're president? No one?
Ah, come on. It can't be. It can be that short.
Oh.
of a debate.
Lila,
Well,
you have a question?
What will be, well, I mean, to be completely honest, the old world had a lot of corrupt rules and all of that stuff. Like, laws separating everybody. And I know for a fact there were ones against many different kinds of relationships, races, and all underneath that category. What are your guys' stances on those past laws? And how do you think you're going to make sure that that never happens again, even through the entirety of this crisis? Even if your own views are tried and skewered, how would you combat somebody trying to include one of those laws inside of your system?
All right. That's a very good question.
It's a very, very, very good question.
All
Yuki?
right. Well, I must say that in terms of the laws such as those that are very unjust with particular sexualities, races, and etc., I do believe that that the laws that I will make when I become president, that despite the fact that we will be adapting them to the old system, I would also like considerations to be made for in terms of adapting to the modern morals or modern era such as now. So I will personally be making some tweaks, and if somebody ever dares try to disrupt that system or disrupt that law, particularly because I'm looking out for the people of the new world, then I will have to decline their thing. I don't care, because honestly, I'm doing this for everybody else. And if I have to make adjustments to the laws in order to make everybody on the world happy, then that is already good enough for me.
Alrighty. Skye?
It's as simple as we're all in this together. If anyone, even if I'm not in power, were to try something like that, I think you can all tell I would be taking a very verbal stand against it.
I see. Okay. Chris?
Along with what Yuki and Skye said, I'm very much against the laws of the old world that did all of that. I'm not going to go into detail with what they did because it's a long list. But I will say that I basically agree with these two. And if anyone were to try and put one of those laws into place that would basically be like one of the old world laws, considering it, I would basically make sure they never could try again.
Okay.
Sounds like a
Justice, your turn.
Everybody needs to have their voice heard. Everybody matters. It does not matter what you are, no matter what sexuality, gender, race you are, and whatnot. You matter, essentially. Everybody is equal, and that's how it should be. And if I'm ever in office as president or not as president or as an executive, I will definitely fight against discrimination of any kind, because I see a lot of unique people in this crowd, especially amongst this stand right here. And I don't want to see anybody get downed or bullied or discriminated for being a certain way. Everybody matters. Everybody. So I'm with all three of them.
Alrighty. Well, those are your answers, Lila,
Thank you.
and for the audience. Anyone else has a question before anything?
Please, anything that comes to mind, don't feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. We will answer them as best as we can.
Question.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your question?
This might be a little bit difficult, but did any of you have any plans on a way to make communication between the villagers more efficient?
Alright, Yuki.
As a matter of fact, there has been a way that me and my co-mayor over here, Justice, has been actually implemented. As you may know, letters have been spreading rather faster now, as you can see, basically because of the development of the villager system. Now, I know that it's still a little bit slow, but I am actually thinking about implementing a system that will make it much faster, which I might actually need the assistance of engineers, if there are still in this world. I would like to make mail delivery systems faster, more efficient, get there on time as they should. So I'm actually thinking about that right now, and I will be implementing something like that when I take the position of the New World President.
Alrighty. Skye, your turn.
That is a bit of a hard question with where we're at currently in the world. It is a bit more difficult to make things more efficient. And I really do like what Yuki was saying. But I would like to look into those communication towers a bit more as well.
Alrighty. Chris, your turn.
Well, I personally... So the question was how to make communication through the villagers more efficient, right? Just making sure I got the question right, Sol? Was that a nod? Alright, had to make sure. I just want to make sure I got it right. The distance here is a great distance. So the question is that... I'm not too sure personally on how we'd get the communication to work well. I feel like we have to talk or try and communicate with the villagers more to get an idea of how to actually communicate with them. And I have a question. Yuki, your response didn't really have anything to do with villager communication. It was more of just the mailing system. So I just wanted to
You see.
pick your nose on that one.
Alright. I will answer that for you. So basically, you know Bentley, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Bentley, my head assistant.
Mm-hmm.
I've basically taught him several routes in order for him to take, in order to be able to distribute with villagers. And considering that Bentley has become quite popular recently amongst the villagers, people have been actually listening to him. Therefore, and especially considering that they know about us from the Illager Mansion raid, they've actually, been in debt to us. So that's why the communication between those villagers now, especially the ones here in Haven with Bentley, have been a lot more efficient and faster And I'm considering actually another form of messenger system as well, despite the fact that we already have the villager system, because I feel like we could do it a little bit more faster and efficient. I'm actually thinking of a project I have in mind when I get implemented into power. But obviously we have to test it out because I do want to get this world back into the industrial age at least when I get into power.
All right, cool. I just wanted to hear about that because I was curious. All
Don't
right,
worry about it.
I'm all good now.
Alrighty. Justice.
Well, obviously the radio towers themselves took quite a bit, and thanks to the help of Bentley and his villagers and the villagers in general, we're one step closer to getting non-stop communication. It's just that we need that final push and whatnot. So, but as for villager communication, I don't think it's out of line for us to help teach them how to speak our language, because they can very much understand it written on paper due to, well, the gods and all that stuff. Because from what we know, they know our language because of them and, well, what we saw back in the mansion. And so I think one of the first things I want to do, if I ever get the seat of president, is to definitely teach them how to speak our language, so communication is 10 times more faster now. Because, well, I like writing letters as much as the next person, but having a bunch of villagers and teaching them how to write the same letter over and over again is can kind of keep you up at night.
Implementing a school system would also be nice for villagers at least.
Very,
Oh yeah,
very
agreed.
much so.
Agreed.
That is actually one of the projects I was talking about.
Oh, nice.
School system.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay. Those are your answers. Hopefully that's satisfying.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And okay.
Wait, is someone,
Sorry.
What is it?
is someone on the roof? Oh, someone's on the roof again.
Is someone on the roof again? Oh,
Oh, it's
hey,
Ellie.
Out of
Please
character,
get
Ellie.
down.
Ellie, you might want to switch your skin out
Yeah,
of
gotta
character.
switch your skin blade.
I just reloaded.
We're gonna
I
ignore
like-
that. We're gonna ignore
You're
that.
having a mass out of character. This is new.
Ignore it.
There we
Okay,
go.
You're good. You're good.
Okay,
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 you're
we're
good.
good, we're good,
Continue.
we're good.
Continue.
Okay, no
Continue.
one-
Continue.
No one saw that.
Okay, so does anyone else have any questions? Anyone at all?
Yeah, I've got another one, if you'll hear me.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
sure.
What's your question?
course.
You know, you've got me curious on that project of yours, and I realized, well, the government's got to do something with their time, considering we're not exactly a pestering pile of scum. I'm sure there's a lot of free times for great projects, so I'd like to hear you guys talk about your plans of that nature.
Oh, that's an interesting question. Yuki, would you like to answer first?
Well, I have several projects. Which one would he like to hear first? Is what I'm curious about to know as well. Which one would you like to hear first? Economy.
Well, I was thinking we'd go for just a quick Cliff's Notes to see what everyone's got planned in peacetime.
Alright. Well, I am considering. Well, one of the things is the messenger system. I would like to implement a faster means of travel for these messengers so that they can get place to place. I'm sure you're familiar of a particular, considering like it's going to be the equivalent of air travel, basically, is what I'm saying.
Ah, that's a
Air
very
travel.
interesting-
I would like the
Um,
messengers to be able to do that, at least. If not, maybe perhaps a chain of tracks. Underground, probably, to keep them safe from mobs.
Am I under the impression that you managed to find the technology for air travel?
That is something that I would like to discuss with an engineer, which is why I'm currently actually asking Bentley to look for one as we speak. Considering that we just discovered new people, I'm pretty sure there's an engineer out there.
That's kind of surprising. I'm surprised you didn't talk to that one engineer that actually came to the meetings that we held. His
Oh,
name
that's
is
the person.
his name is Lalzi. He apparently lives out in New Zealand.
Oh,
Or
I've
New
met
Zealand used to be.
Lalzi. He
Oh,
seems
you
like-
have?
He was,
Can you introduce me?
Yeah, he's
And-
He's building some giant factory out there, and well, I guess that speaks
interesting.
for itself.
He got
That's
lost when he went to
interesting.
Japan, and I saw him. I let him stay at my place for a while until he get back to his own thing.
Plus,
He was a nice person.
I've already been in contact with my wife, who's a software engineer, and well,
Yes. Well, for that,
she's already looking into communication as well. So
oh yes, we definitely need the communication. Maybe even perhaps producing a few radios to make it a lot easier on everybody. Is what I'm thinking as
I
well.
suppose we can get some tunes out in the new world, I guess.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Just hire
Having
some
music.
musicians to get us some music again.
That's if we can get our hands on
Actually-
instruments.
True.
Oh well, not really instruments, but the villagers did show me this neat little thing called they managed to replicate the jukebox.
Oh?
Yeah, they managed to make a replication of a jukebox, but instead it's like a combination of the whole what do you call it?
Record
the
player?
vinyl, the record player.
Record
It's a
player.
combination of a record player and a jukebox at the same time, so it works that way. I've
Huh.
actually seen it in action.
Nice.
It's pretty nice. So yeah, music's a thing now.
Yes.
I've
Is
found
it-
a few discs in my long run, so
See, I got one disc. Well,
We consider-
is that your answer?
Oh, there's more than that, but I guess this would probably suffice the best, probably.
Alrighty, Skye, your turn.
Skye?
Are you
Skye.
getting cold feet? Are
Hi.
you getting-
Sorry.
You okay, Skye?
Yeah. Sorry. It's having a little bit of trouble with my voice today.
You're good.
Communication is a must, as was said. Going back to that. But I would also like to spend a good amount of time reworking our punishment system.
Oh.
Oh.
You mean like the trial?
I was trying not to think about it like that, but yes. I would like to spend a fair amount of my time working with that, trying to rework that. And yeah, there's
How, though?
more, but how? Oh, that's something to think about.
Well, feel free to speak your mind. We're all here listening.
You are right. Obviously, determining proper, as I said, I think the last time we were here, determining proper punishments for crimes is probably a good place to start. I don't know what we were thinking with.
You can say it.
You
Yeah,
can
with
say it.
death being the punishment for theft. Who thought about this? Come on.
Who actually did think that as punishment? I'm actually kind of curious of who thought of that.
No idea.
Oh, that's rich coming from you, Chrissy.
What does that mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Okay.
I'd like to just make a little bit of a statement. The decision on capital punishment was a decided decision amongst all of the table. No one in their right mind would just automatically take the position of leader and implement a system like that. Everybody was for that system, and we all know it. No one thought to rebut that statement except for my sister. So it's a matter of, well, it's all on us. But it's up to us to fix that.
Of course. Proper punishments must go to the appropriate acts of crime in accordance to leniency. Severe cases must be dealt with severe cases. Minor cases, minor punishments.
I was up against it. What do they mean?
Yes.
Something that the New World Order
I was against.
definitely lacks, and I feel like I want to implement that in my case
What do they mean?
with the government I will run when I
was up
become
against that.
president.
What do they mean? I was up against it. What do they mean?
Okay. Is that all you have to say, Skye, or is there?
With that being
more?
said,
I was up
um,
against it when.
yes, while it may have been agreed upon, I am now saying that, much like you just said, it is up to us to fix our mistakes. proper punishments. I don't think death should be a thing for a minor thing like theft.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even proper ways of
Yes.
as well taking care of the inmates.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Will that be all?
Yeah, sounds about it.
Okay. Chris.
Give me a moment. My brain's kind of trying to flip something right now, so give it a moment. Here, can I get to my projects, after I say this real quick?
Of course.
Okay, so on the topic of the punishments, I do remember that the death punishment was technically agreed upon, but while we were waiting for the inmate who we did not know was justice at that point, but we kind of were thinking it, a lot of everyone was either silent or confused, or that was the main two things. A lot of people were not actually agreeing on death. I think the only one who actually said that the punishment was death was Phone.
Yes,
I'll
but
have you know that was agreed upon if there was resistance.
Oh, I
But
see.
regardless,
So is that the one...
that
Wait, was that at the meeting I wasn't at?
I
were
think that
at
might
that
have been
one.
it. It's fine. Look,
I don't think I was at the
it
one where the death
happened,
was
but
agreed on. Alright, either way. Either way, during the trial, a lot of people were either confused or just very quiet on that one. But on another topic, because that was stuck in my head, sorry. Projects. Oh wait, what is it?
Chris, before you proceed, actually, I have a question to ask you. Since you asked me, can I ask you something?
Oh yeah, go ahead, I'm good.
You said that nobody accepted the form of punishment being death, right?
I think so, yeah.
Nobody, yes, but at the same time, nobody denied it either.
Yeah, you are right on
That's
that one.
true.
That, yeah, no.
Nobody said no,
Yeah.
besides me.
Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else though.
People probably said no in their heads, but as I said, a lot of people were very quiet.
Yes, but why not verbally stated?
I
I
guess
can agree
What's
with the
wrong?
confusion. I definitely heard some people not wanting to accept this factor, but the fact that there was no speaking up means that people were sold.
yeah,
Or
it's just
if they weren't, then
Convinced.
well, I'd be a dead man right now.
yeah. So yeah, you're right on that one, Yuki. Oh. Yeah. Anything else before I get to my
Nothing.
project thing?
That's it. That's
Alright.
it. That would be all. Thank you.
If I
Alright.
could,
Oh, what is it?
I could tell you why I wouldn't have objected at the time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times when I'm in those meetings with you guys, it feels like I should not be speaking. It feels like there was no opportunity, if that's a good way to put it. As someone who sits in the gallery, it is a bit harder for people to hear you.
There's not that many people living in this world, Skye. If you had something to say to every single one of us, you could have just said it.
We had a podium as well for a reason.
There's a podium for those reasons. Have you ever seen a Supreme Court meeting room or a courtroom
I
or
have.
something like that? That's what those are for. Those are for people to address concerns, issues, and then the table decides, you know what, we'll either take this into consideration or we'll throw it off the table.
And yet I see very few people use it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's time we teach them how to use it.
Agreed.
I mean, after all, everybody is still wondering where everyone is at. I don't see New York City anymore. I don't see Chicago. I don't see anything. A lot of people are wanting answers, and that's one thing I want to do with one of my projects. I want to take that mansion that we took from those wicked illagers, and I want to transform that into a research
The
center.
research center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had the
'Cause-
same idea as me.
Because I'm thinking, if we're going to get down to the bottom of all these questions and what we can expand our knowledge upon, I think that's the place to start. We get rid of everything that was in there that was meant for evil, and we actually use it for good. Because, well, there's still more to that mansion than meets the eye.
Mhm.
And, well, whether people like to agree with it or not, I've actually already started establishing it.
That's what you were doing.
Bentley and a certain division of villagers here in the European continents have already been at work. And as far as I'm concerned, they've actually shown me a sketch of what they're doing, and it's quite impressive.
Yes, they actually had to show me the blueprints of the new design. It's actually
It
pretty
took a lot of
impressive.
convincing, it really did, because I didn't want to go up to them and say, hey, I need you to go to a place in which your people were taken to for experiments and then revamp it. I explained what I wanted from them and how they would get repaid and all of it, and that they were safe now. I mean,
Mhm.
after all, we saved them.
I'm assuming they managed to deliver their promise with the image on the blueprint.
And I made sure to scale that mansion myself as well and make sure every single one of those corpses were gone. Because we don't need a reminder of what happened that day. We don't need a reminder of all the wicked things that we have seen. I'm sorry if that was too much.
No,
Fine.
you have a point.
Quite all right.
Chris, continue.
All right. All right. Hacking to my projects. All right. So I do
You
think.
go on.
So I do think that for the projects I would do, number one, one of the things I would do, like I would do my own projects, and then also, people could ask for their projects to be implemented, and I could just approve them and then give them the resources to implement it. So basically, my idea would be, for example, if I was president and Justice, for example, needed to get the research thing approved, I would just approve him, give him the resources to do it, and then he could just be on his way.
But how about aiding them instead?
Oh, I would definitely aid them. That's part of the resources.
No, I mean, oh, okay.
That's part of the
So
resource.
you'll personally assist them with the resources?
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So basically, it'd be like kind of like a helping system in a sense, where basically, while I'm still on the seat, other people can still come to me for their ideas, and then all I have to do is approve, and then I get the resource going. And now, for my own, just because that's one of my bigger projects, but my smaller one, so on the topic that I left off on last time, of basically giving the villagers who lost their parents to the illagers homes, it would be a system of basically we try and get villagers to take them in rather than the orphanage system from the last world that was not a good one. Anyways,
The foster system.
yes.
Oh,
Interesting.
And those are my projects.
Alrighty, thank you for sharing them. Justice, your turn.
Well, I kind of already said one of my main projects, and I'm sure I've already revealed the whole project of establishing order, so you can go ahead and skip over me.
Okay, so anyone else has questions before we continue?
Anything.
Phone, did he move
Anything at
seats?
all?
nothing at all.
Did phone move seats?
I
No.
don't think that's important.
Well, that's not
I
really.
don't think
That's not really
I
a
don't think-
concern.
that's not really a concern.
It's not a
just the
concern.
person moving
It's just
seats.
I'm just concerned with my eyes. Anyways,
Okay, I think I have another one.
What
Okay,
is
what
it?
is it, Lola?
It's kind of a two in one, I guess. How will well, it's kind of two questions because like it's very.
Yeah, continue. Continue.
Old world stuff is something that I've brought up consistently because it just makes sense to me to bring up these past concerns that I've had. Pretty much, how is the education
Stop
system going to be dealt with? How will people legitimately going to school be dealt with? And what will the punishment system be like? Like, what's your ideas for that?
Oh, so
Specifically.
2 in 1, I see. So the school system and the punishment system, I'm guessing is what you're saying. Okay,
Yeah.
I will answer that. So the school system. Actually, I'm in the process of making a library. That way, if they need any references, then they can just get it from the library. But I can see what your concern is. We don't have teachers at the moment. Well, considering that we don't, I would personally actually train them, actually. I would probably personally train teachers in order for them to be qualified enough to teach the villagers. Probably spread it to a few villagers, then they could spread it to more villagers.
I mainly meant like for underaged people in the actual
Underage.
world, like not
Ah,
the
like,
villagers, since you've already brought that up.
Like
Oh, you mean
children.
just us in general?
Yes,
Children
like
in general.
like Noi
Like Noi.
and me. Yeah.
Right. Actually, Noi. In terms of teaching you,
Huh?
remember I read to you every night?
Yeah.
And if there's unfamiliar terms, I just, yeah? That's
Yeah.
basically what that I would do. That's what the library was actually for, so that I can teach my child over here, as well as probably every single age group that, you know, he's in. Everybody in that age group is in, to actually, you know, perhaps get the joy of reading again. You know, that's why, and I'm personally, actually, I'm going to be the one to write the stuff in the book, particularly mythos, and I will even probably ask a bunch of people who have professions in order to contribute to some knowledge and whatnot.
That's
But
very interesting.
at the same time, the next one, what was the next question again?
Punishment.
It
What
involved
would-
punishment.
Punishment system.
Punishment system.
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned before, I'm thinking of making 3 divisions of the government: the legislative, judiciary, and the executive. Obviously, you know which ones do which. I want the 3 of those divisions to actually sign the heads of each of those 3 divisions to sign a protocol that we not really a protocol, but a punishment for a particular criminal. That way, if it is agreed upon by the majority, then it will be submitted. But I feel like even at least one who would disagree with the punishment, that should be investigated, yes, in order, and that would mean that because of that, we would have to compromise on a particular better punishment as less or more. So I feel like if I become the New World president, I would actually talk with the council in regards to planning proper proper punishment protocols. I'm apologizing. Sorry. But yeah, I would like to discuss with the council if I become the New World president on proper punishment protocols in order for it to be same as minor as the crime and as major as the crime. Yeah.
That goes with school punishments, right?
Yeah, school punishments as well.
I
Alright,
see.
just making sure.
Yeah,
Is it-
no. School in the old world was a nightmare. I
You could say that
on my
again.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Education is
The most
Education,
scandalous shoulders.
yeah, and education is obviously important because of the lesser generation.
No.
I do want better education for my son. So,
No,
as well as everybody else that's in their age group. But thank you for the question.
so,
Alright,
Yuki, I do have a question about the school system part. I agree completely on the punishment one. So like your idea is like the book thing, but like what would you do for like probably the subjects that can't really be like taught through a book and are more of like not book related?
Oh, okay. I believe that would be on the form of a hands-on approach.
Mm-hmm.
You know how back in the old days we would have some subjects where it would require you to be a little more hands-on, like let's say home economics,
Chemistry.
chemistry, biology, sometimes biology. I would implement a hands-on approach. You know, experience is the best teacher after all.
Yep. All right. I was just wondering. All right, we're good.
Interesting. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Alrighty. Skye, your turn.
All right, I'm sorry, Lily. I did not hear the first half of that. I
It's
could only hear
alright.
the latter half.
What are you going to do for a school system? Like, what would your ideas for rules be, or something like how students would be taught? Not the villagers, other people, like other
Like the
people.
young ones.
Yes, like me or Noi or anything.
Right. Well, personally, I've been working towards setting up a school in Orlade. That's just a personal project of mine. But I agree with you that school in the old world was an absolute nightmare. And there definitely do need to be changes. As for what those changes are, I will be completely honest with you, I am not 100% sure yet. That would be a thing I would love to look into. I will tell you that. And the other half of that was punishment, correct?
Yes.
As I said earlier, proper punishments for the proper crime. And those would need to be discussed among groups. I'm sorry, my brain just stopped there for a second.
You're good.
It's okay.
Yeah, so those would need to be discussed among groups. Something like what we do now with the meetings, but with set standards and regulations. For example, the exile of Danny, that would be something I would like to undo.
Huh?
And
Oh, wait, hang on a second.
What?
Can we... Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I would like to ask, why would you want to undo that punishment? I feel like that's appropriate.
made it clear from the start I do not agree.
Why? How come?
It feels like a bit much. I understand what he was accused of and what
You
happened.
mean where he almost sent a man to die?
Yes, I understand. But
Now here's the thing. Now here's what I don't understand, okay? And I want you to clarify something with me.
sure.
So you mean that it's okay to send Justin to his death, but it's not okay for a minor 3-month banishment for Danny? For
I never said it was okay
Well,
to send a man to his
you're
death.
implying that right now, Skye.
That's exactly what you're implying.
It is.
So you're saying that a minor 3-month banishment for a person who wasted all our time, almost put a man to death for flimsy evidence and evidence that hasn't even been collected, by the way. And it's not even collected because there was no evidence, there was no crime in the first place. So you mean to tell me that a boy who cried wolf has the worst punishment in the world already for a crime that he committed, but it's not bad for somebody who was falsely accused for committing theft for death?
Who was proven innocent.
Yes, who was proven innocent by my help, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
And where was the defense for Danny?
He didn't
need
want
one.
a defense. He didn't want a defense, Skye, and you of all people should know that. You're the closest to him. He wanted to represent himself, and only himself. You come onto this stage and you tell all these people that a 3-month banishment period is too harsh. That's like giving a terrorist a slap on the wrist. You understand that I could not be standing here right now if it wasn't for my sister. I cannot. Wow. A 3-month banishment period. We could have put him under house arrest. We could have done what they did to me, but no. I guess you just truly haven't seen what you see through my eyes, because where were you when Grimes was throwing me into a cell and not feeding me and yelling at me and cursing at me? Where were you?
Where was I? I was
Nowhere.
trying, Justin. Do you know how Grimes is? I could not get past that man if I had tried.
He is one man. You are a smith. You are a toolsmith. You create weapons. You have to have some meat on your bones. One guy told you to malnourish another man, and you just sat there. You sat there and you took it.
And if I have to be honest, when it comes to being a president, you have to have some backbone to say stop.
Mm-hmm.
I scoured the earth looking for my son, and then he almost puts me to my own death. And you think that's okay? You think banishment is the revoking banishment is the solving point of all your problems? No, there's a problem. The first part about seeing that there is a problem is noticing that there is one. And to solve one, you need to notice that there is a problem. And there's a very big problem.
It's what I even
I've
saw,
already,
Justin.
I've already reassured Justice as well that Danny will be properly taken care of as he's being escorted. And I'm pretty sure, and we're not sending him to an unknown place. That's why I'm sending him to Antarctica. That's why we're sending him to Antarctica, sorry. Because Chris is there, and so is his brother. He'll be in good hands. And I'm pretty sure, and tell me Chris right now, your place, how is it?
It's
Flourishing?
it's pretty nice.
Isn't it?
We have a base near one area, and then we have an actual village.
See?
So
We're not sending him to the Antarctic to freeze to death. We're sending him there so he can perhaps, learn a few things. Maybe reflect on his actions. Give him some space. Because I feel like that's something that boy needs right now. He's not even gonna be alone with strangers. I'm bringing him to his brother. We're just bringing him to his brother. And I've already
Yeah.
reassured Justice that I would take care of it personally. And help him on that cruise. Because he needs a family member most of all.
yeah, and also Skye, just so everyone here knows my side on this. I completely agree with the banishment, and and if I had the option, and if you were trying to get that undone in a meeting, I would so verbally go against it, especially since I think Justice can attest to this. After the trial, I was a person who suggested banishment. I suggested it.
Explains a lot.
Yes. Actually, he was the one that came up to us.
So yeah.
One of those, actually.
Okay. Shall we continue?
I
that'll be
believe
awesome.
that would be the best approach, actually,
Let's move
Ali.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Where were we?
We were at me, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he and him.
Go ahead, Chris.
All right. Punishment system. I completely agree with Yuki. I don't have anything against it. I agree with almost every part of Yuki's. And for the school system, I also agree with Yuki's. And Skye's as well. Probably get like an actual building for it, slightly. And then, but with mine, I would have the school system be a little bit very different. For example, I would completely throw out every single subject that's not needed from the old world
Of
school.
course.
Like, they taught so many useless subjects. Like, who's ever gonna need trigonometry? Or like who
You'd
needs?
be surprised.
Fair enough. Okay,
Be
who
surprised.
needs who needs sophomore geometry? Anyways, okay, there's probably a few subjects that might be slightly needed, but like you don't need to learn an entire year of it. On another topic, and I would actually let the students kind of choose like which subjects that like aren't really needed, but like would be
Oh, yes,
useful to
of
have.
course. Like
So-
college.
Basically, I have school just be college because it works.
I see. Okay. Thank you for your answer.
Feasible.
Would that be all?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Justice, your turn.
I agree with my sister and, well, Chris's statements. Obviously, people should have a right to choose whatever they want to learn and also be given what's necessary, such as counting, that's for sure. And as for punishments, schools and out of school, if someone breaks the rules, they have to be punished.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding punishment, though, I could get into details on major or minor punishments, but I think I'll leave that up for interpretation. I think it's pretty well said nowadays that punishment is unfair and unjust for certain situations, that is, and then there is some fairness in there and it keeps clashing together, so yeah, the system's pretty broken. There's a lot of fixing that needs to be done.
Alrighty. Well, that's your answers. I'm guessing no one else has any more questions, I believe. No.
I think this is where we end it.
Yeah. Thank you all for the questions, and give a round of applause to the candidates. They did an amazing job. So I guess I will give the mic to Justice. Right?
Yeah, you're good.
Alright.
You're fine.
You're good. Thank you, Allie.
You did great, Allie.
Right.
Thank you, Ellie.
All right. So that was the debate. Again, sometimes they can get pushy, but don't worry, that's the joy of it. And at least we didn't have the old world debates where it gets quite
Personal.
intense. So now, after the debate, it's finally time to decide who becomes New World President. Every single person in their seats in the back over there, I can see, and definitely on the rooftops, is gonna go ahead and vote for whoever they want. And the way we're gonna do this is at the town hall. There is a voting booth, and everyone's gonna get in line. One at a time in the room. Make sure to read over the rules. There will be a voting moderator there to prevent any rigging, so don't even try it. And you'll be able to vote whoever you want to see in office. You got Yuki of Azure, Skye of Balance, Chris as Cercio, and me as Ordo. So we're gonna go ahead and go do that right now. So everybody head to the town hall.
All right.
Okay.
Brother, you forgot to turn off the mic.
Sorry.
It's alright. Come on, let's go.
God, my legs feel so frozen.
All right.
Hey!
Great job, you guys.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, thank you. It got a little intense at one point, but nothing to handle. I'm just hoping nobody tries to take the cake while we're doing this.
I might as well go vote then.
All right, let's go ahead and go get in line.
Beans, don't you think about it. Don't you think
Why?
about it. No cake.
Come on, phone, get off the walls.
Wait, what?
The guards, the iron guards, they'll kick you out, or our innkeeper will.
Oh, yeah, don't mess with my innkeeper.
She seems nice though.
Yeah, she's nice.
That was a bit nerve-wracking.
Make sure we're going the
All
right way.
right. I don't know if anybody's in there just yet.
Yeah.
Go on to me.
Is someone upstairs?
Yeah, I think someone just went
don't-
upstairs.
There's a reason I put these gates here.
Oh,
That was me, Justin. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, come on down. Come on downstairs.
The voting
here.
room is right
All right,
there.
all right.
It's right here.
I'll go ahead and explain this for anybody. All right, so definitely don't go past the barrier there. Don't go past the sign that says one person is in the voting room at a time, please. This is the voting room. It's the door that says New World Election Voting Room. So we're gonna go one at a time. You go down there, you pick your party, and then you come out and go out of the building. That's pretty simple.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and start. Whoever's in first, go ahead and go.
Hey,
Okay.
there's my bean. Actually, is she allowed to vote? I'm pretty sure she is.
She can. She can.
She,
Okay.
This is the new world.
she
We
is
don't
a
really
child.
have
An age limit.
restrictions.
An age limit.
Anyway.
Hello.
I guess
Yeah.
you're right.
Let's go ahead and have them vote here. I'll be last. I
Angel
don't
woke
want to
up.
be last.
Fair.
Yeah, Angel, I see that. You woke up from your nap? Oh, okay. You're getting a watermelon. There you go.
You can go before me. I still have to think on it.
God,
Okay, thank
got
you.
heated at one point.
I think I might be
Yeah.
Okay, there we
I'm
go.
really
Pretty.
heated.
Mom,
Pretty heated. Yeah?
Oh.
What is it?
I did my chores.
What is it?
I did my chores. Can I get cake?
You know, it's only fair. I mean,
Yeah,
we do have
it's
snacks
fair.
after all
You
of
ate
this.
Yeah.
healthy. You ate healthy. You can go eat the kid, okay?
Yay.
I mean, I just gave him a cookie during the whole thing.
It's okay. A cookie's like an appetizer. It's okay.
Why are you backing away, Noi?
Don't worry about it.
Caught in the act.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. I do give them cookies before like they eat anyway, so it's like a
Fair.
it's like a little appetizer for them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
This is.
Lions are pretty boring, I know.
Oh yes. Actually, want to hear a funny story from the old world that I have actually?
Sure.
Sure.
So-
I don't mind.
I was in the line at a sandwich shop once, and this guy was just spouting conspiracy theories the whole time.
Conspiracy theories.
So that was-
as
that
a
was a-
politician from the old world. Oh, conspiracy theories are just really funny to listen to.
Yeah, that was just a really funny like 30-minute wait.
I think my favorite one has to be the government's full of aliens or reptiles.
Oh, that
Wait,
was
what?
a good one.
And as
What?
someone who was in those rankings, I can safely say that I'm not a reptile. Anytime. You can look at my eyes; I
There
won't
was-
blink sideways.
Reptile's cool.
Well, I would say that you did wear that costume for Halloween.
That's a costume. There's a difference between having a costume and then doing something from the Alien movie series.
Now remember what we called it? Remember what we called it back then? President.
Oh, is it that cost? Oh, I
Oh
remember
my
that.
goodness.
We put.
Way to put the spotlight on me.
I remember
just
this
like
one
that.
I remember this one kid costume. He was going trick or treating. He was really scary though. He was wearing a spider
Yeah.
costume.
I load him.
Of course, phone. I haven't heard one. Honestly, I haven't heard one of something like that ever since my. Funny enough, my last debate.
Huh. Yeah.
Huh.
Do.
Trust me, other politicians in the old world, oof, they're very heated.
They'll
Very,
rip
very
you to
heated.
shreds. Rip you to shreds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll put you on the spotlight for anything.
I've been in one. I've been in one once, and that was only the time where you invited me to it.
Yeah, you were in the crowd and you saw me going off on that other guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he.
All right, let's head down. Pretty sure this is the right place. Oh, okay. Let's hope everything went well. Voting rules. Hi there. What's your name? Okay. Only vote one per person. No multiple votes. No regging of any kind. Of course. Why would anyone? Oh, why? Oh, wrong. There we go. Okay. Election officials only. So I'm not going in there, of course. Who do I vote? Do I take the opportunity? I mean, I would definitely vote. I would definitely vote Yuki, but I need to vote. I can't push the buttons. Bro. Hello.
Be a little shy, but
Hi.
not shy anymore.
Hold on a second.
Ground.
All right, so you can't hit the button.
Yeah, it says Haven doesn't allow me to push it.
Oh, okay. Which party do you want to vote for? I can
Myself.
just punch it for you. That's fine.
Myself.
Alright, the moderator will see me do this, so this is just for him. This is his vote.
Yeah,
You honestly, you're voting for yourself.
I would vote Yuki, but I need a vote. I don't think anyone's gonna vote for me.
Okay, there we go. See, he saw me do that. Yeah, he's giving me the nod.
All right, we're good.
You're good. You're good.
Alright, cool,
You're good.
cool.
We can go back now.
All right.
You tried, yeah, but you ended up panicking, hiding behind
Uh,
the wagon
alright,
of
sorry about
cookies,
that.
and I had to be the one.
Yeah.
I had.
Sorry
You
about
know
that.
what,
The mechanism kind of broke, so I had to go down there and fix it.
Is it?
It's alright.
Is it? I'm still. Nah.
You good, Allie?
Yeah.
All right.
I've grown out of it though. I'm
No,
not
you
so shy.
haven't.
You were able to be up on stage.
Do not
Yeah.
strain your voice. Come on.
I will fight this.
Don't hurt your voice.
No, you're gonna lose your voice
Dummy.
if you keep speaking. Come on.
Health is more important.
No.
Also, phone. I think the dogs are after your steak.
Is it
Question,
okay?
brother, do I just press the button?
Yeah, you just press the button. Just
Alright, I'm done.
whatever party you want to vote for.
Get the
Alright.
steak dogs. Get them.
No, they're all
That would be a
vegan.
big mistake.
Yeah, excuse me, Chris, but those are my dogs.
I know, but they want steak.
I just
I
fed
gave
them.
them steak.
I guess they want
They're not
more, I
being
guess.
But I just fed them, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. They want more.
You can't keep overfeeding dogs. You don't want them to
They're
get
not even
too fat.
hungry.
What's wrong with fat dogs?
Chunky dogs
It's
are
unhealthy for their bodies.
I mean, fair enough.
Phone, stop. Phone, stop it. Phone, what are you doing?
You got this phone.
What are you doing?
Phone, stop messing with the door, please.
Yeah, you don't want to break it.
Oh, I think it's kind of adorable.
We don't want to break the door.
I'm sorry.
You're
Is he in love with the door?
Get him
Phone,
out.
you're a grown man. Please do not play around with the door.
This man.
Look. All right.
Was that a bless you?
It was a cough.
Oh. Where's Skye?
I haven't seen Sky. Oh, Sky's right there.
Oh, there he is. Hi. One moment, I'm gonna. Okay. So how's everyone doing?
Doing fine, I guess.
Nice. Who's that?
Oh,
Where?
her name's Ying.
Hello. Hi. Who are you? Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I didn't know who you were. I thought you were just a weird hallucination in the background.
No,
All right, that's
I'm a
good.
person.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Think.
I think you are. Yeah.
Phone, you
You
doing
okay in
okay
Er, I'm fine, thank you.
Do you need help?
I'm
Phone,
fine, thank you.
Do you want me to come in there and help you?
no,
No.
Chris.
Leave me alone.
Sorry, I'm being that mom who who like tries to help the guy in the who tries to help the son in the bathroom.
Grown man.
Oh, there we go.
Alright. You're the last one.
You got this, Lily.
Yeah.
Did you do good, phone? Did you do it? I'm
Okay,
gonna
now
I
you
will
just
beat you over the head with a boat.
keep being.
Okay.
I'm gonna. No
No,
violence in
no.
Haven.
Oh.
No violence in
No.
Haven, phone.
Come on, I don't want the iron golems to kick you both out. They're very
I'm
very
not-
strong.
I'm not being violent. I'm just being condescending.
I'm not lie, the Iron Golem seemed very kind whenever I try to give him a
Well,
flower.
they're
You know, you mean
docile.
no
they're
harm to
friendly.
others.
They're
Because, you know,
friendly to people.
You know,
that
you mean no harm. But as soon as they sense trouble, they'll
Alright.
grab you by the collar of the.
That
of
should
your
be the
coat.
last of them, I think.
Is that everybody?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. Well, Allie, I need your help for a second. So everybody, feel free to wait out here and whatnot. Or you can all go back to Dionysus's den and have some of the snacks that are there for you.
All right.
And whatnot. So we will be back with the votes, and this shouldn't take that long.
Alrighty.
Staying on the table.
Alright.
I'm gonna be over here.
Hello?
Let's go.
Is this thing on? Is this thing working?
It's very much not on.
Yeah.
It's working.
No. don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that.
You're
Come on.
welcome.
I should probably get up there.
All right.
Yeah, the
Actually,
Kennedys-
stay down there. Don't worry. It's part of tradition. Anyways, the votes have been counted fairly quickly, thanks to the assistance of my sister Allie over there. And well, I hope you guys are ready for the results, cause well, spoiler alert, I've already heard them since I'm the election overseer. But trust me, I didn't count them. Everything is legit. Allie can attest, and so can our voting moderator. So, tied with 2 votes, so third and fourth, are the Balanced Party and the Cercio Party.
I'm clapping, but I can't do noise suppression.
That's quite interesting. And now for the big news. Coming in second with 3 votes is the Ordo Party. So electively meaning coming in 6 votes is the Azure Party. Yuki, come on up here.
Woo!
Would you like to go ahead and give your little inauguration speech?
Wait, I'm getting
Or-
inaugurated today?
Right
I'm
on
not
the
even
spot.
dressed. I'm
Right on
getting
the
inaugurated.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do it today, but since you are considered New World President
Yeah.
now,
I thought that was next week. I thought we agreed on next week.
Come on,
Well-
That's
speak.
today?
come on, a speech. Just a speech.
A speech.
I'm not coming back again.
So that means
Come on.
I'm. Wait. So hang on. I just sorry. I'm like nervous. That means I'm president now.
Yes, you won. 6 votes.
Oh,
6 total votes.
And
You
that's
won
the
by a
case.
landslide.
if that's the case, then well, thank you, everyone. I'm actually really happy about to hear about this. I'll make you proud. Though I just want to say, all my efforts were fucking worth it. Thank you for putting me in this position. I'm very happy about it. Honestly, it was worth all that time spending time with you all.
Well.
I'd clap. Can't do it through the mic. Woo.
Well, New World, may I present your New World President, Yuki of Haven.
I'm still clapping, by the way.
Thank you, all everybody, for making me president. I really appreciate it. But you know, duty calls now. Thank you, by the way. Oh yeah, before I forget, the first thing I'm gonna do is you guys won't. I will abolish the right to impeachment. So I'm going to stay on this throne. I'm going
What?
to stay on this position until I die.
What?
What?
Huh?
What?
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 What did you?
Huh?
God. Oh, this is so precious. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is so cute. Aww. Oh my god.
Well, sis, I think you've had plenty enough to say. I'll go ahead and take it from here.
Go on then.
Yuki?
Well, this has been a certainly pleasant day. I'm sure you're glad with your outcome, but as she said before, there's much to be done. And again, I present to you your new world president, Yuki of Haven.